Hi YouTube viewers, welcome to my channel Code Master Lab. In this video, we are going to see this template to be placed in CodeIgniter 4. How to import the template in CodeIgniter 4. So complete process, and also we will look at different things which goes in development or installation of any theme in CodeIgniter. Okay. We'll also see an offline database as I promised one of my commenter. So in my previous video that I will be showing that. So without wasting time, let's get started. I have downloaded both the files, the HTML, the template file, and also the CodeIgniter file. So I have latest version, I have downloaded it. The latest version, which includes like 8.2 version of PHP is also can be used, and also the version is 4.5.5 as I'm recording now this video. You can see the installation process. You have manual installation and composer installation. We'll go with the manual installation. If you have seen my previous videos, then you will able to get that how to install and all. So if you have not seen, then you can also follow this video. I have informed each and everything clearly. Okay, I'm just extracting the zip files which I have downloaded. So once it gets extracted, then we will able to work out on other criterias. Let's open the template file. You can able to see you have CSS file, image, 4 files. I have logos and all of template to be created. So I'll just copy them in the image files, and let us open the index file. This is how the template looks like. So yes, we will work out on it, and we'll try to install the same as you can able to see without any errors. So let me copy the images in the image folder. We will try to show you how to use favicon and all. So favicon icon was not present when I installed this template. So you can see the video. You can just go back and you can check that where I have shown the index file. So you can check that. So it was not present. So that's it. So we'll just copy all the files which we have downloaded in the framework, CodeIgniter framework, and we'll go to our XAMPP folder. There will on our Apache and also MySQL. Both the things I'll be just owning out, starting the Apache and starting the SQL. Once it is done, I'll get it closed. No errors found. Okay, fine. Let me minimize and go to the htdocs folder and create a folder of Apna Visa. The folder name I want to keep. So just keep it out. Any name you want, just you want to have it out, and that's it. Just paste all the files which you have downloaded from the CodeIgniter 4 library or the website which you have downloaded recently. Once it is downloaded, what we will do, we will first open our CodeIgniter. All the files is downloaded now, so we will just delete it out. So no, not required these files. So let's delete, and then we'll go with the template file. Okay, template folder. There we see CSS, images, JS, lib, and SCSS files. So we'll cut it out from here, and we'll create a folder in public folder where all the assets will be placed over here. You have a writable also. So writable is not the correct place to store your assets. So create a folder called assets in the public in CI4, and then you paste all your CSS files and all everything over here. Okay, if you want to have an offline database, we'll show you. You need to have that offline database JSON file also in that assets folder itself. Okay, so you can go through some keywords which are very much needed. You can go through this link. These links will be provided in the description. So app structure folder, how to go inside it. So you have FC root. So app folder, public is a place where I told you the assets files are need to be installed and all. So here you will be finding what folder and what's that use. Okay, so I have used public, so that's what the directory tells. So I have used just followed the instructions whatever mentioned. Okay, now you have other files. Let me delete read license and the image file first, and you will get your HTML files. We'll copy this and we'll paste it in the view folder in the CodeIgniter. So go to apps, next go to views, and then you can able to create one folder before you paste it as a template, name it as a template. So this was a template which we have downloaded, so paste everything in this template file. Once it is done, you can open, you can create a new folder called what we call include, where you will have your header and footer files. We'll create that header and footer files in VS Code. So what we'll do, we'll just open this complete folder. Before opening it, we need to just cut the public folder. From public folder you have what we call a ht access file and index file. We'll just cut it out and we'll paste it outside, and then open in VS Studio Code. First thing which you need to go is, you need to go to your public index.html file, index.php file. There you need to remove these two dots. Okay, in ht access file nothing to be done. You can able to see I am not changing any of this. Whatever written over here, I will not change any of it. Okay, just close it out. Once it is done, go to your controller. You will find your controller. If you want to change your controller name, you need to change your controller file name and as well as class name, both the things. Now I want to keep it as an abroad, as a what we call class name. So just A should be capital and then rest all remaining can be small. And also you need to change the file name. So that's what is required. I'll copy and I'll paste it out. This is the first step which you need to do. So controller, in config you'll have different files like app file, where you have base URL, you have index.php, request URI request, what are the characters which are available, the default language of the website, so immigration is readed or not, everything is mentioned over here. We'll come and set the base URL later on. Okay, you can set your time, local time, if you're working in some other countries which is you have local, you want to have a local time, so you can set all these things in your app. In auto load you can use your helpers and all to load your files, auto load once the website is loaded. Similarly you have constant, catchy, cookies, many things you have. So I'll not go one by one, I'll not go completely all. We want to have first routes. Okay, the first thing which we are looking here is routes. So we'll set routes to auto. First the home page. So we have as we have changed the controller name as abroad, we'll just change it to abroad. And also we have routing, where you can have your default controller as home. Since you have changed it in routing, you need to change it over here itself. So these are the two things which are required when you change your controller name. Okay, now we will set routes to set auto routes to true, so that we can able to play around with that class about the controller file name. Okay, so we'll set it to true. That's it. Here, that's it. Next we will see how we can able to manage to view our template. Okay, we'll just remove the strings. We'll just make it beautiful. That's it. Okay, here you go with all the changes what we have done. Now we will just load our website. If you find any errors, then we will again come and we will just do. No, it's everything loaded successfully, no errors at all we found, so all good to go. Okay, so now since the CodeIgniter is properly installed in your Apache, so we will continue with the views. Okay, so we need to view our template, right? So template you have here, just you change your index.html to main.php as your file name. Okay, so when you change it out, so PHP, so we can able to use it as a views. So that's the reason I have changed completely as a main.php. Don't use index, because index.php might contain some other files as well. Other files might get overlapped, so don't use that. So if you check properly your template file, it is divided into like model, nav, bar, carousel, features you have, about section you have. So section wise they have divided very perfectly, right? It makes life easy of a developer when it is divided in these sections. So what we'll do, we have footer section and we have header section. So what we'll do, we will cut up to the model, as carousel is needed only in the main page, other pages doesn't require that carousel. So we'll cut till the main header file. So we'll just create a folder called header.php and just paste it out. Once the model your navbar is done, we will make changes later on. We also need our footer as well, right? So we need to work out on our footer as well. So let me see if anything I'm missing out or something is needed. So you have style sheets over here, you have few links and all. Okay, fine. Let me create one footer.php file and let me just paste the footer as well. Okay, footer starts and last till end. Perfect. So here you go. Now let me load this file properly in our what we call in our template. So title need to be changed, meta description need to be changed, the library files, assets, css files are located in some other places, so these need to be properly assigned and all. So it is as I already have created in public and all, so we need to change it out. So let me see. Basically, if you place any files in public, so you can use them by writing like what we call fc path. Okay, app path is for your app directory, app path. Write path is for your writable directory, to get direct access of writable directory. Now if you see other root path and all, you will find like fc path is for your public directory, okay, public folder. So you have different kind of this keywords which you need to know. So here you have first thing have fc path. Okay, so what we can do is you can write fc path dot, then you can go towards that folder. You can give the path name. So public assets you have, so you can give your assets and it should be in the single line or double line, because it's a string, it's not a keyword. So you can always, it should be mentioned in the single quotation or a double quotation. You should always write public as well in front, otherwise you will get an error. You can say that there is a red color it's showing as error. We will come to that. Before that, let me change the view as like we have header. So include folder, in view folder we have include, then where we have header, right? So we will just include that, and then we will have our what we call if you want to load multiple views, you can use in this format. Okay, so you can use in this format. So let me write it out, but I will use echo kind of thing. Mostly I use echo. So I'll first try with echo and then I'll show you this dot kind of thing. Okay, so first we need to write all the views, we need to echo them out. Okay, so template, we have your main file. Okay, and also we have one more view is in include, that is your footer file. Okay, done. Your footer is completed, your header is completed, your main is completed. Just one by one after the other, as it was shown in the documentation part. So one by one it was. So we will check in that way. So it says oops, there seems to be an error. Now what is this error? How to check this error? How to get this error? So there is very simple trick. You need to go with the config. Okay, there you have boot, you have production. Okay, you see development if it is, and you have one display errors to 1. Now when it is production, it will be 0. So when you keep it as 1, now you can able to see your errors. Now since your view page, I think name of the file was some error, there was a error in the file name and all. So that's the reason I think I'm getting this error. So you can just update it out, update these things, or you can just echo it out. That could be a much more simpler kind of thing. you can able to do. Okay, so yeah, just check all the details, then you can able to just view them perfectly. So if you want to send the data, you can able to send in that way, comma you can keep and you can send the data. So that's it. So here what we'll do, we'll add, as I left it here, like we need to get that public / folder also need to be included. So what we'll do, we'll add that public as well in front of assets. So once it is done, your public folder is written, and then we will what we call reload the file. Okay, so you have different kinds of app path, root path, write path, and writable path, so no need to worry on that. Yes, so this is how you need to go do with your FC path, public, and then it will be your assets. Okay, public, and then it will be your assets. So that's how, if you reload this backend page, you click on this, copy the link and open the file, you will be able to view this file. Okay. Similarly, you can do with other files as well. Basically, I don't like this particular version. I always use base URL. That would be the best part. So you can always use this, or you can always use base URL. So which is my favorite. So I write base URL. So you can just load the page and check it out how it works and all. So now, since we have not set our base URL, now it's a time to set our base URL. So just paste the base URL. That's it. Now if you load it out, you will get all the things working perfectly. Okay. So base URL, you copy paste all the FC paths to base URL. Since I like it most, so go ahead with the base URL and all. Copy, reload the page once again once it is saved. So that will lead you to show this page. Now you need to also do the same thing for your footer page. Okay, for footer files also you need to add your base URLs. Since everything is in assets, public assets folder, so you need to do that. Once it is done, again reload the page. Now since JavaScript files are everything loaded perfectly apart from images, I don't think we will find any error. So reload the page. Here you go. Apart from images, everything got loaded. The icons and all, everything got loaded. This is how you can install a template in any of your what we called folders. Any of your templates in your CI4. Okay. This is your first step. It took so long to do this. Now we will go to our next step, where I'll make our display errors to 0 production, because I don't want to change the values and all right now. So I changed it to 0. Now as we can able to see below the contact numbers. So you have contact number, email IDs. These are some constant things which we always try to make it as a constant. So now you will use the constant for a file which is placed in the app folder. Okay, so that we can, whenever we want that constant, wherever we want that constant, we can able to change it out. So in home page you need base URL. So base URL, just add it out into your home page. Whenever you click on home page, you should not go to like index.php and all. So that's the reason I have added it. But the main thing which you need to understand is you will be used while developing a website. You might use some constant values. So to declare those constant values, we have a file called as constants. So in your app configuration folder. Okay, so if you see constants, so you have constants, many things there. You need to define your constants. So define how to define it. First will be your constant. What is the constant name and the value? Name and the value. Now I want a contact number, so everything will be in caps and no spaces. Spaces are not taken. So you can give any number and then just echo that constant name wherever you want, wherever the number we want to display that. Okay, so for example, if I want to display in the below the call to our expert, there you have, so just give that 91 and then the number format. The number format, you have different types of formats. You can definitely use them as well, okay, while displaying the content. But here it's okay, I've just displayed the number. Okay, so this is how you use them as a constant. Similarly, you can use your email ID as well, and here you go, the constant number is changed. Now whenever you change the number over in the constants, everywhere the number gets changed and or updated. Okay, so everywhere it gets updated, the number. So one define one constant over that folder will help you out, makes life easier. Similarly, it goes for email ID as well. If your client is say change my number to this to that, so you will be like it will be very difficult where are those numbers mentioned. So whenever you declare them as a constant, that will help you out to understand wherever it is there, it gets updated completely in other pages as well. Okay, similarly it goes to email ID as well. Okay, so email gets pulled, or your inbox get filled, so you want to change the email ID, so you can do that. So now it is done. Email ID is also updated. This is a one way to use these constants and complete this website. Next will be what we call the next will be we will be seeing the next thing on about your controller, how we can do our what we call without using database, how to get that values and all. So for that we will be taking help of ChatGPT, and then we will be doing these things. Okay, so I'll show you the prompt, what to write to ChatGPT, and how we can ask it as ChatGPT what we want, and based on that we can change our title, meta description, and favicon. Okay, so favicon, if you want to give a favicon icon to your website, this is how you can able to give. Just copy the base URL and all assets, then you can give your what we call in images you have favicon, so just give the path. That's how you need to give your favicon icon. You have favicon.png, here you go, just copy that name, and then you give it over here, and now you save it out and refresh it, you will get your favicon showing at the top. Okay, so that's how we can do that. Now let's go to ChatGPT. Ask ChatGPT to write a JSON file for us, where we can able to get title, meta description, we can able to get the keywords as well, and few other things of the website name and all with a key, and that we will be storing in the assets. Okay, so and also the controller code, this is a small code where we get the file, we read the values from that file with the key, JSON file with a key, and then it gets displayed. That's it. Okay, so this is how you need to ask, create a JSON file with key as what we call information underscore website. That would be a key which we want to have, and then it should contain what it should contain, few things, details we will be giving, so that will be added. First will be your website name, second will be the email address. You can add it constants, or you can also add in JSON. It's up to you how you use it. Okay, my aim is to just show you how we can use these things. Okay, so if you want to develop, you're using constants, you can go ahead and you can develop by using constants. You want to develop by using JSON, it's up to you how you want to do. Okay, contact number, keywords, description and meta description. Name of the website is whatever name you want to give it, just give it, and then also tell like I need a CodeIgniter controller function. Okay, you need a function where this JSON file, it can read that JSON file, it can read that data and display in our what we call header file. Okay, so that's all. You will get that JSON code. Just copy the JSON code, create a file db.json in your assets folder itself, and then just paste the value and all. That should be fine. Okay, here it gives the controller code as well. Now if you see it's CodeIgniter 3, it gave the output in CodeIgniter 3, but we need in CodeIgniter 4. I'll show you how to write it in CodeIgniter 4, no problem. Okay, in assets, as I mentioned, db.json, paste the JSON data what CodeIgniter has gave you. It made you easy. Basically, if I write it, it will take so much of time. Just copy the 3 lines of code what the CodeIgniter has given. Okay, just copy the 3 lines of code and paste it in the controller of the index page. That should be fine. Next, if you see properly, here app path is somewhere, it connects to your public file, right? Public folder. Now in a public folder, if you see properly, app path, is app path is something, it connects to your app, right? We need FC path because our file contains in the assets, right? Public folder. So we'll go to public, FC path, then public, then I'll go to assets, then we will mention the file name as db.json. That's it. Here it will get the file contents, and then it will with the keyword we will get that data, and we will pass that information, website information, to header file. We put comma. Here I used written kind of thing, so anything you can use, as I mentioned. Just have pasted. Now no changes, you will not find any changes. Why? Because header something you can see only in code. Now one thing error is given by our ChatGPT. It doesn't contain any spaces. It should not contain any space. The key should not contain any space. So I have just replaced it with underscore. Now you can just output it by using the keyword which you have mentioned in your database. Okay, this is how you need to echo your title, similarly your keywords, similarly your description, whatever you need. So title got changed, you can able to see. Similarly, if you want to change your keywords, it is all coming from your db.json. Okay, so how you have properly placed your JSON file or written your JSON file, it all depends upon this. Okay, keyword, just I'm copying it out, giving it keywords. Next will be your title. So description, meta description. So meta description, just we have given it out over here. So now favicon icon, if you want, you can add it over DB, or it's up to you how you design your website. This is a simple tutorial where you can able to see the usage, how we can use our local DB JSON file to load the data into your website. Okay, that's it. Now you just reload the page, you can able to view all the details. Just go to the what we call the code of this website, then you can able to find all the content, meta description and all got updated. That's all for this video. I don't want to prolong it much more longer, so you can use this. You can just upload this entire file to any of your hosting, wherever you are getting free hosting. Just register over there. Since it is not sponsored video, I did not find any sponsor, so I'll be honest with you. So just upload this in any of your hosting domain, you will get your results similar to it. Thank you for watching. Please hit that like button and subscribe my channel. If you have anything more to say, please comment below. And if you want any new videos, new topic videos, then you can just comment below. I'll create on it. Thank you for watching.